Hello, welcome to the presentation of the Elite Quest Consulting Company. My name is Brianna Eiffel and I am the management consultant of this company. My role in this company is that I organize the company, I create value for the company, maximize growth, and I also improve the business performance for this company. In this section, I have the pleasure of introducing our distinguished members and also giving a background of our wonderful company. And now I have the honor of introducing Ms. Kimberly Cadwell. She is the Informational Relations Consultant for this company. She is responsible for the management of the company's customers relations and distributions affairs. Ms. Kimberly is also our very own adult learner for this company. Next, I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Luke Young. He's the financial consultant for this company. He's responsible for the management of the company's finances. And now I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Chasen Teens. He is the marketing consultant for this company, and he's responsible for implementing the marketing strategies for the company's products and services. The Elite Quest Consulting Company was founded on February 1st, 2013. The company was founded by a group of 5 students who connected through a classroom project during a semester at the University of West Georgia. These 5 students had one main goal, which was to establish a more competitive pathway for adult learners at the University of West Georgia. And now you will have the honor of hearing from the distinguished members of the Elite Quest Consulting Company. Thank you. Last but definitely not least, on the list of the distinguished members of the Elite Quest Consulting Company, we have Ms. Anissa Wright, who is the product consultant for this company. She is responsible for the strategy and feature definition for the product line of the company.
Hello, my name is Anissa Wright, and I am the Managerial Product Consulting of Elite Quest Consulting. And in this section, I will be summarizing the executive summary. Thank you. Elite Quest Consulting was delighted when we were given the opportunity to work with the Center for Adult Learners and Veterans. We offered our assistance by offering a better method of communication for adult learners. We then analyze your organization's current image, internal communication, as well as external communication, and we have passionately advanced our responsibilities so that the Center for Adult Learners and Veterans can further its services to all students throughout the University of West Georgia. As Elite Quest Consulting noticed a few areas that we can help further assist within your company, Kimberly Caldwell will be up next explaining the statement of needs. Again, I am Anissa Wright, the Managerial Product Consulting, and I would like to thank you so much for your time.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Caldwell. I am the Informational Relations Consultant of Elite Quest Consulting. In this section, I will be explaining our statement of need that we have chosen to offer to the Center for Adult Learners and Veterans. Thank you. Hello, and welcome back. In this section, I would like to explain why we chose to assist the Center for Adult Learners and Veterans. We wanted an opportunity to illustrate our sincere concerns for the future outcome of incoming students as well as upcoming undergraduates and graduates who might need some additional support with their employment opportunity once they leave the University of West Georgia. As a co-owner of Elite Quest Consulting and the only adult learner at the time, I felt a personal connection to the CAVS department's efforts to assist adult learners. In the next sections, I will be explaining what we came up with as Elite Quest Consulting to offer the CAVS department to help them assist adult learners. Thank you. Hello, and welcome back again. In this section, I would like to take a moment and explain what we suggested as Elite Quest Consulting for the Center for Adult Learners and Veterans to assist them with adult learners. We first came up with this thought because most adult learners are coming back to school for different trades. We decided that it would be helpful if CAVS will offer internships, not regular internships, because the University of West Georgia, they already offer internships, but we're talking about internships that actually are more geared towards adult learners. Internships that entail more than it would when you're an actual young adult that's in college that has never really worked out in the workforce. We talked about more types of internships that would cater to adults that have already went out in the working force and they're looking for something that's going to teach them a different skill other than what they already have. Another another suggestion that we offer the CAVS department is, although they have an individual in career services that, well, not career services, but enrollment services that could help the adult learners, they created that position particularly for adult learners. Although they created it, it's not linked with career services. And by the CAVS department linking with career services, this could change a lot of things for them, because career services, they link to the internal affairs of West Georgia, and they could of West Georgia University, and that is where a lot of people get these. They're finding their jobs for not only adult learners, but for the students that actually attend the college. So this would be a great opportunity for them if the CAVS department would link up with career services, and career services could connect them with other resources inside the college. So thank you for that section. I will be right back with one more thing to say. Hi, I would like to thank you for listening attentively to Elite Quest Consulting suggestion that we would like to offer to the Center for Adult Learners and Veterans as they engage into a new era of communicating with adult learners. Up next, we will have Luke Young. He will be explaining our internal and external communication suggestions. Again, my name is Kimberly Caldwell. I am the Informational Relations Consultant, and I would like to thank you so much for listening and letting us assist the Center for Adult Learners and Veterans. Bye-bye.
My name is Luke Young, and I am the CEO at Elite Quest Consulting Company. Today I will be discussing the importance of improving your internal and external communications. Here you can see we've constructed a SWOT analysis to help assist the CAVS department. This helps better the communication method, with the internal strengths being the location, the documents they have to offer for the scholarships for the adult learners and veterans. They do have some internal weaknesses, which might include the lack of email usage, as stated in the previous slide. This can be improved by sending more emails. This is an external opportunity. And then you can also include more mobile ads to help reach a wider population. But there are some external threats, which include both the Center for Academic Success, which helps all the students, not just adult learners and veterans, and also financial aid, as they use email in a very productive way to reach the whole student body. Some of the current internal and external communication methods includes face-to-face, where the CAVS department physically meet with people. They might help them, whether it be study tips, it could be services such as applying for scholarships. The CAVS department also communicates by email. However, They would like to strengthen their email externally by sending more mass emails to the adult learners and veterans to try to increase the number of students they can reach. Finally, the communication through telephones to help students when they can't meet face to face prefer a more formal communication rather than email. And finally, we have a graph here showing the CAVS department versus the other two departments, Center for Academic Success and the Financial Aid. And you can see that the Center for Academic Success is the pink line and the Financial Aid is more the purple line. This graph shows the CAVS department, if they can increase their email usage, thus they will increase the amount of people they reach, helping them better communicate with all the students, both internally and externally, and it will help them reach more people, thus meeting their goal of actually helping the adult learners and veterans. You might ask yourself, what are some risks that are involved if you use our recommendations? Well, the emails that we suggested might not reach the actual students that you're trying to provide for. They might reach younger students that mean nothing to them and they won't help them any. It might not reach adult learners and veterans because they might not check their emails often. So that could be one side effect. Also, the mobile ads reaching the wrong audience as well. So if you post them on like the West Georgia homepage, it should reach everyone, but depending on how often students that are adult learners or veterans view the West Georgia page, then you might not reach as many as you would want to. The last risk involved would be the possible cost of the mobile ads themselves. So if you post on the West Georgia homepage, most likely they will not charge you, being a department of the school, but there could be some side effect cost for such ads.
Efficiency is the #1 driving force for any successful business or organization. Although most organizations work very hard at what they do, efficiency is what sets apart those who get by and those who are elite. There are 3 pillars of efficiency that any organization can use to gain an edge and position themselves to be successful: organizational image, client involvement, and effective internal and external communication. Fortunately, Elite Quest Consulting specializes in building your organization on these 3 areas. We have worked with companies globally on taking them from not only struggling but also successful standings and giving them elite status. The first pillar to success is that of the image that your organization gives off. After doing a walkthrough as well as our own research of the CAVS department, we discovered that there could be some major key improvements that we could use to strengthen the overall image that is associated with CAVS. Recommendation #1 would be to focus on promoting themselves better throughout campus. One major issue that can keep you from having the desired image that you would like is having little to no image at all. If people do not know about you, there is no way that they can have an ongoing positive effect on those who you wish to help. The best way to gain this exposure would be to start getting more involved around campus, pairing with organizations as well as others, and giving out free information that will help drive students that are in need of the CAVS department. Secondly, another great way to improve your image is to simply have a way for people to remember you. If your department has the same common layout and look as the rest of the departments around campus, it can easily be forgotten. Adding some flair to the layout of the CAVS department would go a long way in how people remember you and giving a good first impression. Finally, it is always a good idea to improve not only the physical image of your department, but also the way that people think about you. Always going the extra mile for those who work for you can have the most impact on how all of your department's image is perceived, and this is not even something that can be physically seen. When thinking of who goes above and beyond, some of the best companies that come to mind will be Chick-fil-A or Disney. A large part of what they are is deeply ingrained in the image that they give off. They have a top-notch customer service, and they always go above and beyond what is expected of them. Trying all 3 of these things together is an optimal way of creating a great organizational image. Client involvement, or in this case, your student involvement, would be the next grounding point to your organization. Student involvement is critical as it is what your organization does on a day-to-day level. Engaging with students and meeting them on a level that is most beneficial to them is ultimately the best way to gain involvement that is not only useful but creates involvement that will be repeated by students time and time again. Recommendation #1 would be to take advantage of the large following you can gain through social media. The CAVS department has little to no social media presence, and although the target audience for the CAVS is typically veterans and adult learners, this is still a vital asset to gain the student involvement it needs. Social media now has now been accepted by a majority of all age groups and is quickly becoming an easy way to reach a large number of people at one time. Keeping everyone up to date on the Cavs department and its accomplishments is a perfect way to grow the involvement of the student body as a whole. Recommendation number 2 piggybacks off the first, and that is that they tie together. Creating surveys and asking for feedback is another great way to grow student involvement while simultaneously bettering the Cavs department to meet the needs of its students. Cavs can do this not only through social media aspects as mentioned above, but they can also set up tables and booths in large common areas of campus. Face-to-face exposure is a great way to build the image of the department, so it is a great way to attack 2 main topics at once. Lastly, incentives will be a great way to gain student involvement. Having prizes or even starting their own annual event will be a great way for the Cavs to gain a nice exposure as well as gain a great return on their student involvement. This can be also done by pairing with other departments with similar interests and possibly being able to help students who would not normally think to come to the Cavs department. The final pillar of success for the Cavs department would be the strong external communication throughout the department as well as with its students. This is a great way to tie everything together and to add to their success. Recommendation number 1 would be for the Cavs department to start building a scholarship program directly for the target students the Cavs department would like to help. This would be a great benefit to many of the students as the main demographic of the Cavs targets typically already have a lot going on other than school. This could be a great way to help benefit these students and help them progress through their college career. Secondly, a great way the Cavs could benefit its students would be to pair with local businesses and create internship programs designed for those who seek help from the Cavs. This would be an incredible way for students to get their foot in the door with great companies before they graduate. This program could also give students the opportunity to network with different companies throughout the year and create events for them to go to. If a student does not have the opportunity to partake in the internship program, they can still benefit from being able to meet with local business owners and begin building their network. Finally, the Cavs could create a text message group for all the students that would like to subscribe. This would be a great way to keep everyone up to date with upcoming events as well as opportunities. The great thing about text message groups is there are apps that allow you to send out mass messages, so not only is it simple and effective for the Cavs, but it's also very convenient for students receiving all the messages as well.